Our little fictional Sims town of Pleasantville is the backdrop of Love by Coincidence machinima series. When it originally started back in January, Izzy and I had no idea that there would be a season 2, but we did it. As we introduce more characters, I think it may be getting a little confusing. The whole premise of Love by Coincidence is that sometimes the people who are our destiny may walk right past us on the street. Some call it a coincidence, some call it fate. You choose. The first season involved Antoinette Morgan, who had broken up with her fiance Kevin just weeks before the wedding. I mean, the invitations were out, she had the dress and everything. Come to find out, he was cheating on her with this chick named Melissa. Melissa, in the meantime, had a boyfriend, Chris, Christopher Hughes. You met him as well during season 1. She broke up with him when all the shit hit the fan with Kevin. Through their similar circumstances, Chris and Tony became good friends. Nothing more than that. And after their hearts healed, Tony thought that he would be a good match for her friend Michelle. But Michelle was not having it, and neither was Chris. But fate stepped in. Michelle's cousin, Brian Morales, owns an up and coming restaurant in the Newcrest neighborhood. The name of the restaurant is called Garden of Eden. Michelle was always trying to hook him up with someone. As you can see, Brian is pretty fine. Hair up or hair down, it does not matter. Tony is a writer for different magazines in Kingman Publishing, one being a food magazine. And ironically, whenever she visited one particular restaurant, insert Garden of Eden restaurant, the chef never got her order right. Michelle, being the matchmaker slash private investigator, figured out the restaurant her friend was constantly complaining about belonged to her cousin. Michelle and Brian are first cousins because their mothers, Elena and Desiree, are sisters. They also have a brother, Rez. You didn't meet Rez until Love by Coincidence, too. If you follow Izzy's Machinima Chronicle of a Rich Man's Wife, you have met Rez before, as well as all of his children, which includes his son Andre, who is also Brian's look-alike. In Love by Coincidence 2, we met more people that we caught a glimpse of in the first season. When Chris planned to propose to Michelle, Brian enlisted his culinary art school friend, Michael. They had been friends and been close forever, and he gladly helped by using his culinary skills. Michael was also on hand to cater Michelle and Chris's wedding, as well as Brian and Tony's baby shower. But at the wedding, when he met Sherry, they clashed on sight. Definitely no sparks on that day. We later found out that Michael happened to be engaged at the time, but he still wanted to tease Sherry. Sherry, however, found the chef pretty delectable, even though he pissed her off. Brian's mother, Desiree, is breathtakingly beautiful, but had a sorry husband who, despite being married to someone else, thought he could still run her life. When she moved to Pleasantville to be close to Brian and his growing family, Anthony was not too far behind, lurking in the shadows. She opened a restaurant at Willow Creek Riverwalk, and she had began seeing this handsome gentleman in the area pretty regularly, but he always seemed to be with the pretty girl that helped manage the art gallery across the way. Coincidentally, you like how I put that pun in there? Lincoln, which happens to be the name of the handsome gentleman, is helping Tony with her next book. And the young lady, well, that is Brooklyn, who is his daughter. Lincoln is a widower who lost his wife to a long illness. They had 2 children, Brooklyn and her brother Dallas, and both of them want nothing more than to see their father happy and living his life with someone else. Lincoln has been noticing the beautiful woman at the Riverwalk and finds out that again, coincidentally, she is Tony's mother-in-law. We cannot forget the crazy exes showing back up. Melissa has totally snapped. She has gotten a job as a temp at Chris's office. Angelica is showing up like a bad penny here and there. Who knows where she's going to show up next? We haven't seen Kevin yet, but the season's not over. He may be showing back up. Tony has a sister, Garnett, who is married to a local attorney, Lawrence Jones. Lawrence happens to be an identical twin, and his brother Landon is a doctor and has been in love with Tony's friend Daphne for almost 2 years, but has been too chicken to say anything to her. Sherry's and Michael's paths cross again, but now he is a grieving man because his fiancée Amira was killed days before their wedding. Michael moved to town, opened his business in San Myshuno, and has recently been selected for the cover of Taste of the City magazine. That was a lot to take in, but hopefully this gives you a little explanation of the relationships and the connections between the 2 seasons and between the characters. Intersecting stories always make it very interesting and make for good storytelling, because even though you may watch one series and not another, you still get an opportunity to meet some wonderful characters that have a lot of history and a full backstory. The last 4 episodes will have some twists and turns and just sheer craziness, but buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Hope you tune in. There won't be any premieres. We will just post the videos live at the designated times, 6 o'clock on Izzy's channel and 6:30 on my channel. Both of those are Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure to leave a comment to let us know what you think of the episodes. See you soon. Oh, and just so you know, there will be a Love by Coincidence 3, but not until the fall. Who will be the lead? Now you know I'm not going to tell you already. You gotta wait for a little while. But one hint I have for you, come in close, let me tell you. By the last episode, which will be episode 12, you will have met the leads for next season. You may have met them already, they may be coming, but just know that the 4 leads for next season will be in the episodes that you're watching now. We won't announce them yet, but it will be someone that you've seen. So, I gave you your hint, and I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever one that you're watching this, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.